We're joined live by Congressman Keith Self, who is in Corpus Christi, waiting for the president to arrive. Congressman, welcome into the Scott Jennings Show.
Delighted to be here, Scott. Thank you.
And good to see you Saturday down in Collin County, sir. We had a great event there together, and glad you were able to join us here. What are you expecting the president to do and say in Corpus Christi today?
Well, he's come to the dynamic state of Texas to make his case that the economy is moving again. The economy has got great things happening. We just saw the mortgage rates drop below 6%. So he's going to be making the case that Trump economy is moving, and we need to be watching it carefully because the midterms will revolve on the economy. And I think between now and then, we're going to see great movement, and people are going to be very pleased with where they stand on their personal economy.
Congressman Self, my understanding is there could be some announcements today on LNG, liquid natural gas, at this event. What are you expecting to hear on this critical energy issue?
Well, we already produce more oil and more gas than anybody else in the world. In fact, so 2 and 3 combined in some cases. So if we've got more agreements, the drill, baby drill, is working. And if we have an agreement that he's going to announce, it's only going to exacerbate, it's only going to speed up the fact that American energy dominance rules the world.
And as you mentioned, the midterms, you do have a primary coming up in Texas. That is March the 3rd. You have 3 people running for the United States Senate. Are you expecting Senator Cornyn and his 2 opponents to be there today? And are you expecting the president to make any announcement on politics in Texas today?
Well, I know that 2 of them are going to be here because I've seen and heard that. I don't know if all 3 will be here. I'll leave the names to them to announce. But yeah, I would expect all 3 of them to be here because this is President Trump and their stomping grounds. Look, it's right around the corner. Tuesday is election day. Most people don't have this early of a primary, but it is upon us. So they're going to make their cases for the last time in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's hot and heavy down there in Texas. We'll be paying attention to that on the show. Let me bring up another issue that you've been working on in the House, Congressman Self, and that is part of this movement in the House Republican Conference to ban Sharia law nationally. Can you talk to us about this effort and why it's so important that this happens this year?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. Look, we started the Sharia-Free America Caucus after the White House Christmas party, a conversation with Senator Tuberville from Alabama. We already have 45 members of the House of Representatives joined the caucus representing 22 states. That's almost half of the states in America. And frankly, that's in 2 months' time. It's important because, look, Sharia law is what governs Islam. And it is moving fast. I represent ground zero in North Texas, ground zero. The mosques are being built fast. We're moving past the accommodation phase into the intimidation phase in some cases. And this is a dominant political ideology that will not be an alternative political ideology. It will supplant the U.S. Constitution and our laws. Our laws are based on personal responsibility, personal freedom, the individual. Sharia is based totally on submission to Islam, and they intend to do that. Look at the 57 countries around the world that are dominated by Sharia law and Islam. You'll see what we do not want in America today.
Congressman Keith Self is from Texas. He's our special guest here on the Scott Jennings Show. Congressman, our thoughts are with all the deployed military servicemen and women who are now in the Middle East, and as we heard at the top of the show, it may be that we're moving towards a war footing with Iran. You are a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. You had a 25-year career of service to our nation. You were deployed all over the world. What's going through your mind as a career military officer as you watch this military buildup and you watch our nation possibly move toward attacking the Iranian regime?
Well, first of all, we've got a huge military force in the Middle East. We've got one carrier stationed off of Israel, one stationed in the Gulf. That's offense, defense. We've got a tremendous force there. Now, the 2 priorities for the Islamic regime in Iran are regime survival first and their nuclear program second. And from what I'm hearing, they are not answering President Trump's demand that they at least give up their nuclear program if they will not have regime change. So they may have to undergo both. What I do not want is an extended war in the Middle East. We do not want another forever war in the Middle East. I don't think the American people would put up with it, and we certainly don't need to send our young men and women in harm's way again over an extended period of time. So if we do it, I hope it is a massive strike, but let's don't get bogged down in yet another Middle Eastern country.
That's Congressman Keith Self from the great state of Texas. He is in Corpus Christi, and he is waiting on President Trump to arrive in Texas. The president is having a big event today. Congressman, I know you said you were waiting for the president out there in the parking lot. I assume the crowds are large and already gathering.
Oh, my goodness, the lines to get into it are already huge. Oh, my goodness, yes. The parking lot is full, and it is a huge parking lot. Going to be a big event. Sure looks like it to me.
All right, Congressman Self, thanks for joining us on the Scott Jennings Show. Honored to have you, sir.
Thank you, Scott.